I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to text me, should stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to text me, should stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, got the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. Tell me should stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to tell me should stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. Today is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event with our Detonator Upgrade Spectacular. I am your host, AJ. I'm also the team lead here, and I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. How are you, brother?
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Super pumped, like I think everybody is. Everybody's read that white paper at least once. I hope you read it more than once to really sink your brain into it. And let me shut up. Let's just get going with these upgrades, updates, enhancements, alpha news from the bathroom at Disney. Take it away.
All right, Bull. Thanks, brother. Yes, apologies if my audio is a little bit off today. I'm in the bathroom of a Disney resort right now, making sure that we're able to come live to you with these upgrades. I thought it was really important that we discuss them ahead of time. I'm going to start with a little bit of news, and then the entire AMA will be about detonator upgrades and what to expect. Everything will be running normally for the remainder of today. So the rollover event is in about 1 hour. The snipers, the lottery, all that will still work as you're used to. Then the detonator will go offline for anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. We may again we feel like we can migrate no problem in that time period. But if not, it'll be a little bit longer. However, by tomorrow during the day, you should be able to compound or claim or add more, with plenty of time to take in the new changes and apply them to your new strategy. So I'll start with just some news really fast. Again, apologies if my stream is a little bit lagging today. The internet here is not that great, but I think we're going to get through it. So I had an awesome day today as well with Splinterland. So I was personally invited by one of the founders to join the AMA, their town hall today. I got to introduce EMP to about 250 people online streaming, and not to mention over 2,000 probably on the YouTube recording. But that was again an honor. It was a full circle, accomplishment of talking about this partnership with Splinterlands based on my background and being involved in that ecosystem and what it means for all of us that are here. So if you have not watched that AMA, please do so. It's a little long. It's about 2 hours long. So I know it's maybe not something you can watch the whole thing. My part's about halfway through, but Splinterlands announced a major thing today as well. They're partnering with one of the premier American soccer leagues to be able to provide a crypto game for them as well. So all
AJ,
kind, yeah, go
I
ahead,
have
Bill.
to interrupt you. There are just some Sorry, man. There are just some epic posts here about computer bathroom setups and people listening to the AMA in the bathroom
I
as an
love it.
homage to you. So
Perfect,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
Yes.
so sorry, man. Just go ahead. They're
No,
epic. They're epic.
that's hilarious, man. Yes, everybody in the bathroom for today's AMA. That's perfect. So yeah, we again, just the long story short is a ton of bullish info coming out of Splinterlands today, which is even more reason why. The timing of this partnership was perfect because it gets all of you ground floor entry into Splinterlands while the ecosystem is depressed from the overall market crash. So, all right, that really was the major thing. Real quick, Bull. Speaking of putting in the work today, Bull, you did your first AMA last night and an AMA today in another group. How did that go?
Oh, I think really good. It was a bit of a younger crew over there, and somebody said it was like the uh, how did she put it? The resident advisor coming in and telling him to
For the
quiet down
frat
a little
house.
bit and
Yes.
what's that?
It was like the boys at the frat house, and then the resident advisor comes in, and they all get on their best behavior.
Yeah, it went really well. And just to say, to joke around a little bit, yeah, they're younger guys, but they have the right attitude to, about education and transparency and making DeFi and crypto a better space and partnering up with people like that. And obviously, that's the kind of people at EMP that we want to partner with, because anything that anybody and everybody here, that's what we should want to strive for, is to make this a better place. And the ulterior motive is, we make it a better space for the normies, and then they come in and, they make us rich. So, yeah, so it went really well. I think it did. So.
Awesome. Good deal, Bull. Well, again, man, thanks for picking up some slack while I was gone. You're always picking up slack, man. I could not do this without you. Again, Bull Gates, one of our premier Army members and extension of, the core team, our advisor here, really helping, in all fronts, as well as a lot of the Army. And I'm going to get into detonator upgrades in 1 minute here, but I just want to let everybody know that this is not a individual effort. Our army, which is essentially an extension of our team, they are some of the best and brightest minds in crypto. We spent about a month working on these upgrades to Detonator and feel like, they're really going to bring us to the next level. And obviously Jake, our core developer, he's busy right now, again, preparing that migration. Funds are Safu. Again, all the data just gets migrated over, so you don't have to do anything on your end. Just wait for us to complete what we have to, and the transition should be as seamless as possible to Detonator 2.0, if you will. I hate to even say that because there are really not any fundamental changes to Detonator. These are just further implementations that make things even more sustainable, and we get away from the Whales game comparison, because a lot of these changes make it even more fair for the minnows as well. So not that it wasn't before, but again, I think you guys are gonna get really excited. So without further ado, we can jump right in. So I'm gonna go over. I'm not obviously everybody can read the white paper. I wasn't gonna read it verbatim, but I can go over it line by line, and then we can talk about it afterwards, or questions or comments, if anything is still vague. Um, but the number one thing, well, there's about 4 or 5 major changes here, or upgrades rather. But the first one is something we've already teased for almost a week now, and that is the rehypothecation of the LP in Detonator onto the farm. So right now, again, there's about 102,000 LP. That will be put onto our farms to be able to earn ESHARE and truly turn Detonator into a sustainable model where we get completely away from the Ponzi, analogy, because typically with a Ponzi scheme or a lot of these ROI contracts, there has to be new volume for the contract to sustain. However, if you have an income stream into that contract, then you don't have to have new investors coming in to make good on what the interest is. So that's a really big distinction between, again, a poorly written ROI contract and one of the best ROI contracts ever created. So with that, and we're not putting all 100 LP on the farm at once. It will be a manual adjustment based on percentages. Everything is still a smart contract, so we have to play within the rules of what that smart contract can do. But we will slowly introduce more and more LP onto the farm so that we don't dilute the farm too much. But when we're above PEG, the E-shares will be sold, and then those E-shares will be converted to ETH. Then we pair up that Ethereum with the EMP that we already own in the treasury, and then we deposit that LP directly into the pool balance. So this will allow us to bolster the pool balance without having to pay whoever deposited that, because it's being deposited from the treasury, and there's no interest bearing as well. So it's pure profit for the contract. When we're below PEG, it also acts as a bit of a PEG stabilizer as well, because rather than pairing it up with the EMP that we already own, the Ethereum is actually used to buy more EMP and do a zap, literally, where half is EMP, half is Ethereum, and that will also put buying pressure on the PEG or on EMP. So that is really important. That's one of the bigger changes that we've implemented. We think that could be huge. So before I move on for that, Bull or anybody else have any questions in regards to LP rehypothecation or anything you want me to go into more? We can move on to the next. Go ahead, Bull.
No, I think we're good. I mean, the fact that you guys have the ability to not drop all of that at all that LP in there on the farm, and but to use it as a tool to bolster the economy of the ecosystem here, and that's a good thing. Just like the ETH staking was really helped build up the barrier against bad actors here and really set up that defensive mode. I see this as almost an enhanced version of that, and the ability to turn it on and off like a fire hose, so to speak. And that's not a perfect analogy, but I think everybody gets the point. The ability to use it where it's best needed or when it's best needed, but with obviously with the ability to not announce those things where a bad actor could try to manipulate that.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great point, Bull. I think that there was this false sense of security that this is gonna maintain PEG and people can do whatever they want, and could not be farther from the truth. Again, this is just another implementation to help maintain PEG. But if people want to take profit in EMP, it will push us below PEG. I mean, it's just the reality of it. And again, every buyback that we do or every thing to bolster PEG, we would never announce it ahead of time. It will be done at random intervals, and it's also a way for the treasury to generate income as well. I mean, there may come a time where we don't do any PEG support. That the treasury needs to gain that ETH as well. So again, this is just to give confidence but not to be a crutch. So hopefully that explains it best. So all right, awesome. Anybody?
I think Kirk had a
Yeah,
question. If
yeah.
yep, Kirk, and then there was one other, but go ahead. Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Kirk. How are you, brother?
Hey, man. I'm good. How are you, sir?
Good, really good, man. A little family vacation, but making time for the important things in life, both inside Detonator and outside Detonator. So yeah, and I think
That's right. That's right.
we have a DeFi
Um,
debrief coming too today, right?
yeah, we do. And that's what I wanted to just follow up what you were saying. I don't know when you're doing the rollout of the amazing Detonator video, but
Yes.
that video is insane. But also, just for the people here who are on this call, just so you know, this current upcoming episode here has a very short but really sort of, I think, good for like 101 explainer of what he was just talking about in terms of the rehypothecation. And the only reason I mention that is, I don't know that the other video goes into it that much. So you could refer people out to the DeFi, this current edition of DeFi Debrief, for people who want to, kind of, that weren't on this call, that, and so they can understand what that rehypothecation thing is in a very simple way.
Perfect. Yes, Kirk. And yeah, so we are releasing a 2.5-minute video along with these changes that will literally blow your mind. Again, I know I'm guilty of hyping things, but this is literally the best produced crypto video in all of crypto, and I've been in crypto for like 5.5 years full time, so it's mind blowing. So I'm waiting to premiere on that video until I know for a fact that all the detonator migration is completed. So keep an eye out. It'll probably be around mid-afternoon tomorrow, but with plenty of time before the rollover, so you can watch that video as well. And please, as soon as that video goes live, every one of you need to post that video everywhere you possibly can. Again, it's a how-to or an explainer video on what Detonator is, and it is absolutely spectacular. So, yeah, awesome, Kirk. So, yeah, man. All right. Any other questions before we move on to the next one, Bull, or anybody else?
Yep. MA looked like MAA had his hand raised. Where did he go? Well, go ahead. I guess I don't hear.
All right, yeah, MAA. If you have other questions, brother, no problem. Join us for the next one. So,
Hey guys,
oh, there he is. Perfect. Hey, bro, how are you?
I got unmuted a bit late.
All right, no worries, brother. Do you have a question or something you want to before
Yeah, I
we move
wanted
on?
to ask regarding the LPs that are gonna produce some e-shares, which in return are gonna get back in the treasury and all that stuff that you said. Is this gonna affect our daily APRs or the APRs in general?
Yes, so that's a
Just because
great question.
it's gonna have a larger TVL, I guess. So
Yeah, so that's an awesome question. And so that's why, again, one of the reasons that we ended up pausing the ETH staking portion of our ecosystem because there was about 5 million bucks, a little bit less actually, on I guess like what 2.5 million on the ETH staking contract that was already doing the same thing that we're talking about as far as again mining e-shares for our own treasury. So with that not being there now, we hope that again there will be some dilution, but not enough that it's going to be a problem. And if it is, then we just scale back on how many LP from Detonator that we rehypothecate. So we're super flexible. The short answer is yes, there will be a little bit of dilution, but it should not negatively impact APRs more than, a couple of 0.1 percentages. And if it does, then we can, again, scale back even farther. But even with the APR going down a bit, you have to realize that it's much more beneficial for the overall protocol, because, the idea is that E-shares will only appreciate in value, especially the longer we stay at or above peg. And really, that is what determines the APRs. So, if and when we get back to an E-share of $1,000 or more, that will really help the APRs more than anything, no matter how much LP we have, rehypothecated. And again, this is all about Detonator today, but we're already planning on some more ideas and releases to really help the price of eShare as well. So yeah, does that help answer, MAA? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, for sure. Totally get it, and I do agree with you that it's gonna help more than do the damage. But I was just curious, if it's going to happen. I'm sure nobody will notice it just because the daily APRs will go up because of the peg. But I was just curious, behind the scenes, does it actually hurt it a little bit?
Yeah, 100%, bro. No, absolutely. So, and yeah, I mean, again, the more LP on the farm, the more it has to be spread out among everybody that's in those farms. But not only is that, it's amazing for our TVL and our liquidity as well. So it's a good problem to have, put it that way.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wouldn't mind seeing a daily APR of 1% and then going back 0.1 just because of that extra LPs in the pool. So of course, no problem that way.
Awesome, MAA. Yeah, totally. And it will be a positive feedback loop because again, if we can show, and this is another really good point. So thanks for bringing this up because I didn't even mention it. The number one thing that we were trying to address with all these detonator upgrades is the fact that people kept harping on the fact that they were good actors and they were compounding and their daily burst still was not going up. Now, again, that's the way the contract works. Um, but there was room for improvement, I think, and that's kind of what we've outlaid here. Because I think once we can achieve, even if it maintains with a very minimal, increase in daily burst, as long as daily burst is not going down substantially, I think that we could see a huge flood of income, even more so than what we're seeing now into Detonator because again back to my analogy of unnecessary evil. The largest deposit prize and the lottery prize, as well as just the massive amount of volume from whales. It's only natural to have your pool share be diluted, which again is the number one reason that burst would go up and down to begin with. So these are again changes that were put in place to really help bolster the daily burst. And all of our simulations and the math that we've run have shown that this could substantially help daily burst. And once people catch on to that, where they say, "Oh man, I'm compounding, my daily burst looks good," things are a lot more stable. Daily burst is only going up the more I compound. I mean, that can have a massive effect. And so it's a positive feedback loop because once people see that, they're comfortable putting more into Detonator. And the more you put into Detonator, the higher the peg goes, the higher the price of eShares goes. I mean, again, it's just a win-win for everybody. So, yeah. All right. I hope that helps. I'm going to move on. We're going to be here like for 4.5 hours. So, the next big thing is the largest deposit prize. So now as it sits, the largest deposit prize, you can only win up to 1% of the overall pool. However, now your winning is determined by the amount of volume that day, and you can now win up to 3% of the overall pool balance, which is massive. Again, you thought our rewards were big as it is, now there's an even higher maximum amount of what you can get through the rewards. And so this is also much more sustainable because what is determined is based on what the snipe is. So let me give some examples that might be a little bit easier to understand. What happens now when somebody goes for a large snipe, they may be able to get, 1,000 LP with only a 100 or 200 LP snipe because they got really lucky that day. And that really hurts the protocol the most. So this change is meant to alleviate that, where again, your largest prize is matched to whatever the largest deposit of the day was. And there is still a minimum of 300. I'm going to get into some examples a little bit later that make this a little more easier to understand. But on top of that, deposits are now accumulative, which means you don't have to deposit the largest amount in one shot. There will be a leaderboard or a scoreboard that shows the largest deposits of the day, and it will even increase the game theory more because you can deposit multiple amounts throughout the day to win that the largest prize. You can be a lot more, covert about it by trying to maybe deposit just enough during the day to be competitive, and then do one giant snipe at the end to make sure you win. So this could be huge, and because it's a matching reward now of up to 3%, even if somebody is in the lead to win the largest deposit, they may want to deposit more because now they can win more as well. So this is absolutely huge for the game theory and the next change to Detonator. So, Bull, you want to elaborate on that? I don't know if I explained it very well, or if anybody else from the army wants to talk about this part.
Yeah, I can do it absolutely, and it is written right there in the white paper, right? And where we have seen it before, when like now it's over 1,000 LP, and what ends up happening when currently is we see a 200 LP snipe, and then that means that person just received a giant payday, which is great. However, it reduces everybody's daily burst a little bit to award that, and so what the big thing to take away from this is that as the larger deposits actually come in and people are competing against one another, what we should see is bigger deposits, but to be matched to scale with what somebody is putting in. And so an advantage to that is it actually is we should see people's daily burst increase. And then also do you want me to talk about the multi-winners, or are you going to get to that part as well?
Yep, nope, that's the next part, Bull. So this is just right now.
Okay.
We're just again.
Wait.
Yep, one little bit at a time here. I know everybody's excited. Go
Okay,
ahead, LA.
okay.
Yep, you
Sorry.
want to add? Yep, go ahead.
Bull, do you mind going into, I saw it come up a couple times today. Do you mind just going a little further into, a couple people said like, oh, well, that looks like you're actually giving away like a lot of money. Like, is that sustainable? Do you mind like going further into that?
Yeah, Bull,
Yeah,
you
sure.
Go ahead, Bull, and then I'll follow up. Go ahead.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. So yeah, when there were a number of people that worked on this, and so what we saw in the simulations was actually when people would snipe higher amounts, we would see a direct correlation to it actually increasing and being an advantage to the contract. And whereas currently when somebody snipes under that 1%, we see it hurt people in the contract. That doesn't mean that the contract is threatened. It just meant that on that particular day, we would see it hurt the contract. But with this type of mechanism, we actually see, we actually see, the contract become healthier. And I'm not going to bore everybody here with the mathematics, but we spent literally days on this and finding kind of the sweet spot that we thought would really be beneficial to the people in the contract. And I said this, I think, a couple days ago. There was a lot of goals set out to be achieved, and on the surface, like a lot of the things that have been put out here, like e-staking, a lot of people didn't think, well, why, that's not going to work. That doesn't make any sense. There are some incredibly bright mathematicians here in this, in this community that have shown us that yes, this actually does work out. The mathematics work out perfectly. And the larger that the snipe that happens up to 3%, we actually see more winners, and that's very advantageous for the contract and for the people in it. And we actually see an accelerated growth when we see these snipes. But I don't know if you want me to go more than that.
No, that was good, Bull. And I know that this next two parts is kind of intermingled. The largest deposit prize, the daily lottery prize, and now multiple lottery winners. So yeah, we can get into all that. But I just want to say to LA's point of people that said, well, now you're actually giving away more money. How is this going to work? And yes, that is potentially true. But we could give away, an ungodly amount of money as long as the daily volume supports that. So that, I think, is the main takeaway is, yes, we may be giving away more money, but we're actually taking in a lot more money as well. So as long as we're taking in more money than we're giving out, then the contract stays very sustainable. And these changes actually, make that more of a guarantee than what it was before. So again,
right, because it's matched, right? It's not, there's not a disparity in the prize that can currently happen. The fact that it's matched now means, in 1,000 come in, 1,000 go out. And now we have a 200 coming in and 1,000 going out. But because it's cumulative, people have the ability to stack on their deposits to try to win and compete with one another. And then with that, we're going to see more come in than will go out because it's a matched prize.
Totally, and it definitely adds a layer of, complexity. But once I think, and that's why we wanted to roll this out in stages, especially in Detonator originally, because the accumulative deposit is a better model. We just didn't do that right out of the gate because it adds a layer of complexity. We want people to learn Detonator first before, again, making any kind of updates. So there's many reasons into that, but really, again, the accumulated model, meaning you can deposit throughout the day to reach the largest, and we'll have a UI on the Detonator website that makes this perfectly clear for people to see. And there still is that element of, luck or again, a gamification of trying to get the largest snipe at the very end. But it's even maximized now. I mean, again, we play on that human greed element, and now we've even turned it up a few notches. So it's really exciting. I mean, everything that we did is meant to not fundamentally change how Detonator works, and the rewards that we've said you can have. It's just this is about keeping the pool balance sustainable and continuing to grow. And I mean, we've seen the pool balance grow for almost 6 months straight. So anything that could potentially make that happen, even more or even faster is just so bullish. So, all right, let me go into the next, again, these three all together, and then we'll take questions before my most favorite upgrade to Detonator. So, along with, again, being rewarded up to 3% of the pool balance, depending on how much, people go for the largest deposit, that will actually determine the lottery winner. So, rather than, it's still a matching random lottery prize between the largest deposit and the random winner. Whatever the largest depositor wins, will be what the daily lottery winner wins. However, at certain thresholds, we actually reward multiple lottery winners. So I know this was a big request, for a lot of you in the community, and now that we're seeing Detonator get into the six-figure winning, or at least five-figure winnings, we really feel like it was time to implement multiple winners, because yes, we want all of our winners to have life-changing money, but now multiple people can have life-changing money because the deposit or the lottery prizes have just gotten so massive. So again, I can kind of give a real world example of this, with three different scenarios here. But before I get into that, the lottery prize between 600 LP or less will be one winner. Lottery prize from 600 to 99 LP, I'm sorry, 999 LP will be two winners. The lottery prize from 1000 LP up to 1399 LP will be three winners, and then 1400 LP to 1799 LP will be four winners, and so on and so forth. So again, if we sell up to 3% snipe of the entire pool balance, there could be 4 or 5 or 6 winners as we keep going higher. So this is really bullish, and again, you're still able to win a substantial amount in the random lottery as well. So, Bull, you want to read the actual examples that we give? I think that might help people conceptualize better
Yeah.
On the white paper if you have
Yep.
it pulled up. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Of course I do. Right from where it says multiple lottery winners is where I'll read everybody. So, follow me on page 2, halfway down. As the pool balance grows, the amount of LP in the max 1% lottery prize will grow. The lottery prize will be split among multiple winners as outlined below. Remember that it will still be dependent upon the largest deposit as well as the max 1%. When there are multiple winners, total prize pool will be distributed evenly amongst the winners. And as AJ briefly laid out before, the lottery prize up to 599 LP will be one winner. Lottery prize up from 600 to 999 LP, two winners. Lottery prize 3, 1,000 to 1,399, three winners. Lottery prize from 1,400 to 1,799, four winners. And then anything after 400 LP, that it's an additional winner. So here we go on the examples of how the I have a cat, so I guess that's a problem. Examples of how the lottery winners and largest deposit winners are rewarded. Example number 1, lottery and largest deposit minimum prize. Pool balance is 100,000 LP, just like it is currently. Largest deposit of the day is 225 LP. The two prizes for the largest depositor and the lotto winner are 300 LP each, the minimum. Okay, so example number 2. Lottery prize matches the largest deposit prize. Pool balance is 100,000 LP. Largest deposit of the day is 450 LP. The two prizes for largest depositor and lotto winner are 450 LP each. Example number 3, multiple lottery winners. Pool balance is 100,000 LP. Largest deposit of the day is 750 LP. The prize for the largest depositor is 750 LP, and now we have two lotto winners who will each win 375 LP. Example number 4, lottery prize max out at 1% of the pool and multiple winners. Pool balance is 100,000 LP. Largest deposit of the day is 1,300 LP. The prize for the largest depositor is 1,300 LP, and now we have three lotto winners who each will win 333 LP. 1% of the pool balance equals 1,000 LP. So right. obviously, there can be a lot of winners the higher the snipe. So, yes.
Absolutely. And Bull, again, as this contract grows, we could see
Yeah.
200,000, 300,000 LP total.
Mm-hmm.
And this sets us up to be future proof as well, because we could see the lottery prizes, what we're giving away today, eventually be the same with multiple winners as well. So again, this allows us to scale.
We've seen.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say historically, we've seen about an 8x increase. Yeah, that's a nice house. An 8x increase, in the lottery prize in the last. So I think we're at 172 days in, right? So on Detonator. So when we look at that, an 8x increase in the lottery prize, that's amazing. And so that's with or I think we're right around 4,000 users. And so if everybody just kind of did the math, where this prize could be and then how many winners could be in the pool. But the great thing is we have a lot of options now that, weren't here prior, but we can see as this contract grows, there are going to be more winners in the pool. So I think that's kind of tail into the next thing you're going to talk about. So I'll shut up.
Absolutely, Bill. So yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Charlie. Before we get to the next thing, I just want to go over everything we've already gone over. So yeah, go ahead, Charlie. And again, shout out to Charlie. Charlie and Randy, Red, LA, everybody, Bull, Joe, Jake, Machu, everybody in the army has been huge. Machu especially, on going through the math on all this. So yeah, go ahead, Charlie. You've been instrumental in this, and we appreciate it, bro. So go ahead.
Thanks. I just want to say also that one thing that it's very important to notice for everybody about these Lotto winners, it's the fact is that if we have 2 winners or 3 winners, the fact is that your chance for everybody who has the ticket, your chance double or triple. What I mean by that, it's the fact is it's the math prove again that it's true, because the numbers of tickets for everybody around, and especially for big players that might be able to have 100 tickets per day, they will still have 100 tickets per day. So their chance doesn't increase as much as the numbers of winners, meaning that if they have 100 tickets, there is only 1 winner, they have 100 tickets. If there is 3 winners, they have 100 tickets. But if you have like a 1 ticket, for the best example, you still have 1 ticket, but you double your chance to win compared to maybe some other, because you're gonna have the 2 or 3 winners. What I mean is now we have 10,000 tickets and we only draw 1 winner if we have 1 winner based on the criteria. But if we have 2 winners, you simply double your chance of winning, because and it's very important because you can, for the minnows, and it was a point for us, we want also give them more chance to win the Lotto maybe, and it was a component of that, and that's why we rethink after that. It was all about finding the right spot where to implement 1 winner and 2 and 3 and so on and so on. So that's my part.
Absolutely, Charlie. No doubt, brother. And again, we may still slide some things around. That is the beauty of Detonator, and it being a closed source contract, as well as being a proprietary contract. Nobody can copy this. They have to literally reverse engineer it. So not only do we have a 6-month advantage on the pool balance to everybody else, but we're also innovating faster than anybody else. So all of these little upgrades, they add up. And so, if we see a better avenue, maybe we adjust some numbers again, we still have that ability. So that's the beautiful part about, crypto. Again, everybody is all about decentralization, and that is still definitely part of our goal and our mission, and we would never do anything to, sell ourselves short of that. However, being able to pull different levers or edit the contract rather than it being fully renounced, it has a lot of advantages as well. So we're going to continue to keep tweaking and building, and again making Detonator the longest lasting and most sustainable ROI contract ever created. So that is all of these, the end goal of all of these implementations. So, all right, anybody have any other questions in regards to this before I get to the most bullish
Yeah,
announcement of all? Go ahead, MMA. Or MMA, go ahead, bro.
yeah. I have. I'll try to give an explanation, and then I have just a quick question. So basically, from my understanding of the white paper and everything that everyone explained so far about the updates of the detonator is simple. Snipers will be more motivated to snipe with larger amounts. We'll have more winners, and the only downside to this update is for the sniper that was winning with um, less than 50% of the current winnings from the 1%.
Correct.
That's the only loser. That's the only loser after the update. Before, people could win 1,000 LP with just 200, 300, and now they just can't.
Yep.
That's the only downside.
Yeah, that's a great summary for sure, MAA. Yeah, it's got all the upside potential that even more upside potential that Detonator always has had, and now just mitigates those that got really lucky with a lower snipe
It
amount.
pays
Yeah,
more. It
yeah,
pays more LPs, more people, a lot more snipes, a lot more bigger snipes, and that's the only loser. The winner that with less LPs before, but that was bad for the rest of us that didn't win that day. So that's actually a good thing for the community.
100%, bro.
So one loses and many win.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, and the question is, were you guys planning this all along when you got to 1,000 LPs as the 1% of the pool? Because it feels like it was on purpose. At least to
Yeah.
me, it is.
No doubt, bro. Until you just said that, it didn't ever really click. So no, the short answer is no. But yeah, man, that is true. I mean, the timing could not have been more coincidental. Over 100,000 LP. Yeah, I mean, it is something that we've been working on for again the better part of 2 months. We've been working on it full time for about a month. With again the simulations and the different spreadsheets and all the math. It just so happened that, yes, this rolled out, coincidentally, as soon as we got over 100,000 LP. So yeah, but I mean, it was always in the back of our head that we would have to adjust Detonator, based on the pool growth, because what works for the the beginning of the contract may not work for the end stages or the later stages of the contract. So yeah, that's kind of my politician answer. That
Well,
yes and
great
no.
timing then.
Yeah, yeah, awesome, MMA, for sure, man. Yes. If we want to sound like geniuses, then yes, this was something we've been planning from the beginning. But the reality is that we're just adapting to what the market conditions are, the health of the contract, and what is most beneficial for everybody involved. All right, awesome. All right, again, I'm going to try to speed things up a little bit more here, and then We can take questions a little bit later too, if we need to, but I want to make sure I get everything in before the last detonator rollover of the current iteration. And so let me get into what I was most bullish about out of all these things. If all we said wasn't bullish enough, hopefully this one is. So introducing the Win It Now prize, or the WIN button, the win button. I mean, who doesn't want to press the win button? So this is based on what turned eBay into one of the top 10 Fortune 500 companies when they introduced their Buy It Now button. That is really the inspiration of this. And what it does is it allows large players, and maybe even institutional players, to deposit 2% of the overall pool balance. And if they're able to do that, it's only one opportunity every 24-hour cycle. They will automatically win the equivalent 2% of the pool balance. So it's a way for basically the largest depositor, Sniper, to win without having to worry about being out-sniped. And so this is massive for those with really large bags that want to get into Detonator, but don't want to have as much risk. And it's amazingly bullish for the contract overall because this could exponentially increase the growth of Detonator, but also again, provide a lot of fringe benefits as well, because this is something totally separate. Has nothing to do with the lottery, has nothing to do with the regular largest depositor of the day. This is completely separate, and the tax that you would normally, have to take by getting into Detonator, the 10% going in, all of that tax is now given to the pool balance, or in the treasury to help bolster the contract. So this is just incredible. I'm most excited about the Win It Now, and I think that it could lead to a ton of volume coming in. All of these prizes are non-multiple winners. So if you win the lottery, if you win the large deposit, or if you win the Win It Now, none of your wallets will be able to win both of those or any three of those combination in a given day. So that will also help with the odds, and again, the potential of multiple winners. That will not be possible within the single 24-hour time period. We are still allowing multiple winners, throughout the week or what back-to-back days, because really that is solely based on how much you're compounding and how many tickets you're acquiring. So that's really, again, not an unfair advantage, because those that are compounding more or have more tickets should have a better chance of winning, because they've put their money where their mouth is. So, and again, the Win It Now prize as well is not applied to the lottery at all. They're not allowed to win that either. So this is just really exciting. Again, one of the most awesome updates as well, and it happens every 24 hours. So if for some reason somebody, two large whales went to use the Win It Now at the exact same time, one of those transactions would go through and the other would fail, and you would just get your money back. So it's only based on a 24-hour cycle, and we may not see this used very often. If we see it used every day, I'm gonna lose my mind, because we'd have the largest ROI contract ever in crypto, period. But I see it maybe being used once or twice a month, maybe more, for the larger players for sure. So, all right, well, that really is all the major updates. Bull, what are you most excited about, brother?
Win It Now, baby. I've made a living on eBay, so I was in eBay basically on day one back in whatever 1996, 95 when it launched. So I've seen any and everything happen in eBay. My friends are some of the biggest people in eBay, and so aside from the bad things about eBay did revolutionize auctions on online. And so when I look at things that are successful, like what is your saying? Copying is imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and those are the things to look at. You emulate success, not failure. Well, you can emulate failure if you want to fail, but you take the things that really work in other places and try to apply them at other places. And so I think I look at the win button, as something extremely bullish, because this is already an amazing contract at V1. V2 is going to be, is just going to, light DeFi up like crazy, because we have the liquidity here to protect whales. And a lot of people, there was a comment, isn't this going to dilute people? I think it's going to be just the opposite. It's going to attract so many people to get in this, and that LP's got that EMP to create that LP's got to come from somewhere. And if it comes from inside the system, from people that are already here, that's going to reduce sell pressure. If we see new people come in, that's going to raise PEG. But that LP to go into this detonator has got to come from somewhere. And the contract was already popular, but I think it's set to really just explode and be obviously the most explosive contract in DeFi and crypto altogether, because it was amazing before. But if we look at all of these upgrades and enhancements, multi-winners, bigger prizes, greater sustainability, I don't really know what to say. I mean, because I know I've seen people, they fudded Detonator when it first got launched. They fudded ETH staking when it got launched. And look, there's $25 million of liquidity here. What other protocol can say that with the TVL that's here? None. I promise you, there is not one project in crypto that can say, look at the TVL and look at the liquidity and look at the ratio. Not a single one can say that. And it's because of Detonator. It's because of ETH staking. It's because of nodes. It's because of this community. It's every little piece that's been put into place that's working together. So am I bullish? Hell yeah. I'm super pumped.
I love it, Bull. You're getting me bullish, bro. Absolutely. And this is the excitement we've had behind the scenes, again, for over a month now, knowing that this, was going to change the game and just make things even more sustainable. And Bull brought up an amazing point. I mean, think about somebody going for that, the Win It Now prize and not having any LP, and they have to zap in to create that LP. What do you think that's going to do to the PEG price? I mean, just absolutely massive, and it's why Detonator has been monumentally more successful built on top of the seigniorage protocol. I know, we say it in almost every AMA that Detonator could have been a standalone project, but the fact that we built it into the seigniorage economy and EMP overall makes both protocols both contracts, the underlying economics and Detonator, even more powerful. It is a truly symbiotic relationship, and together, with their forces combined, they are extremely, extremely powerful. I guess that was what, Captain Planet that said that, or something. Our forces combined. Anyway, we have a record number of participants on the live stream, as well as the Telegram. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Again, that helps our algorithm. We just got monetized on YouTube, so that will be another revenue stream that we're pushing. And yeah, hope to have everybody again continue to share these. But Marty, one of our original Select 6 team members. Marty, you there, bro? Go ahead. I know it's late for you, man. So anything you want to say? Oh,
You're on
there
mute,
he
Marty.
is. There he is. Hey,
guys.
Marty.
How you did?
Good, bro. How have you been?
Yeah, not bad. I've just had to sneak into the spare room.
Yeah, no worries, man. We're gonna wake up your whole house.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, congrats to you guys. I said it in the chat. You, Jake, and the army for like putting this V2 together. It's amazing. I think. I don't think people are ready for it, to be honest. They're not going to be ready for this. It is amazing. I didn't think we could improve on Detonator, but there you go.
No doubt, brother. Absolutely. Well, and again, you're joining the bathroom party. You can go in the bathroom. We're all streaming for bathrooms tonight. So, but no, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been working real hard in the army. I know you've had some input as well. We kind of ran with it. Again, there's a lot of big brain motherfuckers that have more brain power than me and Morty and anybody from the team
Far more
combined.
than
So.
I have, yeah.
We let them run with it, but yeah, the simulations and the data that we got is super bullish. So I'm excited, Marty. I know you are too, bro. And this could be the next level.
Yeah, just want to keep encouraging people, like you said. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everyone appreciates the support from the community. I think this is still the most positive and helpful and greatest community out there. And, we're seeing more and more adoption of Detonator, but, we've got a long way to go and we're going to get there. I remember the early days of Detonator when the snipes were like 30 LPs or 40 LPs, and we were dreaming of days like today.
Totally.
So to see how far we've come. But, we're still just getting started, and, with everyone's help and support to share it to friends and share it on social media as well, because as we mentioned, we're giving away ridiculous sums of money. No one in DeFi is doing that. So with exposure to Ethereum, so really, tell everyone should be in Detonator.
I love it. No doubt, bro. That's bullish.
Thank you, bro. Good to see you all.
All right, Marty. Awesome having you, bro. I know it's super late for you.
Thanks.
I know that the AMAs are not so good for you, bro. That's why we haven't seen a lot of you. I know you're still obviously around, but the AMAs can be hard with this crazy time schedule.
Yeah, in about 2 months, the clocks go back again, so it'll be a bit more favorable.
Awesome. All right, brother. Much love.
Thanks, bro.
Yep. All right. Awesome, guys. So let me go ahead and pull up my screen share. Again, bear with me on this internet. I'm hoping that my computer can keep up while I'm simulcasting. In the meantime, Bull, any other last minute questions or comments that we need to kind of reiterate, or go ahead?
I know that Randy had something to say. So, Randy, what's up, buddy?
Okay, just wanted to make a point of clarification because it was a matter of mechanics. The win it now, is that snapshot going to be at rollover from the previous cycle?
Yes, amazing question. So that is not something we put in the white paper just because we are waiting to finalize it. But yes, so the plan as of right now and the way the code is written is that the amount that you will need to deposit will be displayed, and that will be a fixed amount based on the previous cycle rollover. So I know that there's a lot of fluctuation in the pool balance. So having that be a percentage could be all over the place, and then if you send your money in to do the largest or the win it now, maybe it doesn't match up. So yes, that was a lot more complicated. So we've decided to make it a snapshot of again the previous ending balance at the end of the cycle on the previous day. So and that will be, again, there'll be a separate button for win it now that will have that clearly displayed, so there's no confusion. And it isn't like, again, when you go to snipe, where you may be outbid or maybe your transaction doesn't go through. If multiple people go for the win it now at the exact same time, which is unlikely, but it may happen, one of them would go through and one of them would not, but you get your money back and can do it the next day instead. So, and again, I mean, if you're competing for the win it now, for the first few days, that would be an awesome problem to have. But yeah, eventually everybody will have their turn at that, so to speak. So does that help, Randy? And again, shout out to you, bro. You were really helpful in this whole process. So anything else you want to mention or think needs to be clarified?
No, that was it. I know that was kind of a final piece hanging.
Perfect. All right. And there is a bit of alpha. I'm not really even supposed to talk about this, but I think a lot of you will be wanting to know. We are using Chainlink VRF for the randomization. So I've alluded to this in a few AMAs. Again, if you're on the AMA now, you can hear about it. Don't post it. Written, if you're on the AMA, you can hear it. But out of respect for Chainlink, we're doing a marketing push together. So that's more bullish info for the next 2 or 3 weeks out, where we announce that again, all the true randomization is done through Chainlink oracles. So there is no more FUD vectors at all on Detonator, and so hopefully that puts a lot of people's minds at ease as well. But I probably shouldn't have said that, but again, those that have been around and may want to know how that's happening, we are now using Chainlink VRF to make it happen. So exciting stuff. And again, that will be official in the next few weeks. But those of you that showed up today get the real alpha. So, all right, let me pull up my desktop and we will get started. 5 minutes here. We're cutting it close.
Nobody really knows how difficult it actually is to stream and do it on Telegram, and let alone this guy's doing it from the bathroom on vacation. And keep in mind, he just told his wife he had to go check something, and he left something in the room. So
Yes.
he snuck off for us.
Yeah, my wife and kids are like, right. And the kid is like, hey, what happened at Dad? And so, yeah, no, absolutely.
He's like Chevy Chase on Vegas vacation, sneaking into the casino on the way through to get stuff and come back and go through again. So thanks, AJ.
Yeah, no doubt, Bull. Hey, anything for you guys. Again, Bull is going to handle the rest of the AMAs for the rest of the week. He was having some technical difficulties of his own yesterday, so now Bull knows how hard it is to stream. But we'll get it figured out, and I'll be back on Thursday as well. So, all right. Again, thanks to all of you that are here. One of our largest days ever in terms of viewers. I think a lot of new users from Splinterlands are with us today, and everybody wanted to hear about the new upgrade. So again, we appreciate all of you. We do these AMAs every single day, and I'm happy to go into further questions on anything we didn't get to after this AMA. I have a few minutes, and we can always do it at a later date too. But we have about 4 minutes left, so I'm going to make it really fast because, again, a lot of this is now changing. This will be the last rollover of the current iteration. There will be about 2 to 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer, of downtime after the rollover, so don't panic. You'll have plenty of time to compound tomorrow, and again, plan for how you want to play the system moving forward. But there will be some downtime while we migrate the contract. But Detonator is a daily ROI contract where you deposit EMP and ETH LP. You get a percentage of that back every single day. Currently, it's anywhere between 0.5 up to 0.8% per day. It's not 1% a day. A lot of people think it is. However, if Daily Burst does what we think it could do with all these edits, we may actually get back to you know, something crazy like 1% a day. We just have to wait and see what happens. The major thing to take away is that your daily burst, or the percentage that you get back every day, is based on the health of the ecosystem. So it is variable, but it makes it really sustainable. So if you're not able to claim or compound within a 24-hour window, those rewards are rolled back into the pool. Again, helping with sustainability, but we always recommend compounding more than you claim to not only help your ROI faster, but also help the pool balance to be very, very healthy. You can literally turn Detonator into your weekly paycheck by claiming once or twice a week and compounding the rest. And again, any profits that you do take can be put onto our farms to earn on top of earn, which is massive. So, Bull, I don't know if you want to say anything about the lottery real fast. This is the last time you get to do so. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it was great. V1, V2 is going to be even more explosive. Obviously, bigger numbers, bigger prizes, and I'm fully confident too that there's more in the works. Like there always is here. It's fluid. It's dynamic. And if you're sleeping in crypto, you're going to get left in the dust, because one day, you know, in crypto is like, you know, a week in the real world. So, or the physical world, whatever you want to. The digital world moves fast. It never sleeps. And so you got to be on your game, you know, always pushing the envelope. And that's what you guys do here. That's what everybody in the community is doing too, is pushing the envelope of DeFi, and then just moving our space, our ecosystem forward kind of at light speed.
Totally, brother. I love it. So here we go. We may have everything culminate on one day today. 105,000 LP, $6 million of liquidity, 4,000 users. Man, everything's coming together at once. Currently a 354 LP sniper. We'll see if that holds up. We're giving away over $120,000 today. The largest prize pools to date in terms of dollar value. Holy cow. Here we go, everybody. Good luck. We have 25 seconds. Again, make sure you're compounding. Anything you don't. Oh my god. 1,200 LP coming in. Massive snipe.
1,200.
We're going to
Wow.
see record all-time highs here on the last rollover for Detonator version 1. Wow. Amazing. Here we go. 5, 4,
Wow.
3, 2, 1,
6.
0. Oh man. 1,200 LP. I think takes it home. I don't want to speak too soon. We'll let the contract roll over. If anybody looking at the on-chain analytics can give me an update as well.
Now, don't quote me on that, but that is the biggest snipe of all time here.
I'm pretty sure it is. I know we had two 1,000 LPs outsnipe each other, but I think that was the largest single LP we have ever seen. So let me go ahead and refresh. Give me 1 second.
We did have 1,600.
All right, so second largest. Thanks, Randy. You're the Randy's got the memory of an elephant.
We have our largest ticket count of about 11,400.
Amazing, nice. Awesome, wow, great, great statistics. Yes, the ticket count is an awesome indication of how people are compounding more than claiming, and new users. That's awesome news. So, all right, yes, we definitely broke 105 LP. We are actually at 105,286,000 LP. That is $6 million in the overall pool balance, and this is all before we unleash some of the most bullish upgrades to date. So, really exciting stuff. Congrats to all the winners. Would love to hear from you. If you are a winner, let us know. And again, this will be going offline momentarily. Don't panic. Funds are SAFU, but you will be able to. You will be able to.
Contract is disabled right now, so the migration is happening right now. So don't.
Speak. Perfect.
You know. Yep.
All right. Well, there you have it. Again, let me refresh. And yeah, there you go. So, yep, don't interact with it. It won't let you anyway, but that will be good. And so, yeah, we're ready for tomorrow. Again, the show only takes a couple of hours. We'll do an announcement when the new contract is ready. The UI as well will be upgraded again because things are cumulative. We will have a leaderboard of the top deposits for the day. So that will be a little bit easier for you to track, and it will add an entire other level of gamification onto the platform with those trying to get the largest deposit of the day. So, all right, I'm going to go and pull up my desktop and we will get back into some questions. I have 1 or 2 more minutes, Bull. We can go a little bit later today. Their kids are at the pool. Well, my wife and kids and the cousins. So, yeah. Go ahead.
We want to be, recognize the sacrifice your wife and family always make for us. So, thanks a lot for that, of course. And we always got to make sure that you're rested, recharged, and ready to go, because everybody in DeFi knows DeFi never sleeps, and there's always people kind of looking to get ahead of us, and we're absolutely the leaders in so many different ways here. So when's that video going to drop?
Yes, so again, I don't want to do it too prematurely because I don't want to send people to the detonator and then have nothing there until the migration is over.
Man,
but we are this amazing video. I know, bro. I'm so bullish. You thought I was excited about the win it now. Wait until you guys see this video. Julius, the same guy that did our UI design, did this new detonator video, and I know I sound ridiculous hyping it up this much, but when you see it, you'll go, "Whoa, AJ was 100% right," and it'll all be worthwhile.
It's insane.
Yeah, for sure,
It's
LA.
so insane.
Yeah, some of the army got a sneak peek, so they can back me up on that. But so LA, any other comments? Or I know you're releasing an entire Medium article about all this as well, correct?
Yes, we have a really super in-depth Medium article to explain how all of the detonator upgrades work. So that's going to come out tomorrow, right after your new video gets released. And then I think that's it for right this second.
Amazing, yes. So, and again, if anybody has any further questions, I'm happy to go over them at a future AMA tomorrow. Again, I'll be back on Thursday, but I'm happy to answer anything I can in the meantime. I am going to enjoy some off time, but yeah, go ahead, Kirk. Yeah.
DeFi Debrief, it's live. Go check it out.
All right, and there's a sneak peek of that video I was saying in that DeFi Debrief. So there you go.
I didn't actually do that. I didn't actually do it.
All right, no worries.
I didn't want to take I didn't want to take anything away from the live rollout, so I didn't do it.
All right,
but there is that rehypothecation thing in there. So anyway, go check it out.
All right, well, there you go. Still worth it. Absolutely. Again, Kirk just broke 500 subscribers. Please do me a personal favor and subscribe to Kirk's channel. It will be the #1 news outlet for EMP and Impulse. We haven't even really talked about Impulse lately, which is just even more insane because, any other crypto project, all they would be doing is hyping what they have coming. We have so much shit happening that I don't even have to talk about a future project. But Impulse is going to be happening. Again, we're at the mercy of Richard Hart. But as soon as as soon as Pulse Chain is announced, we will be putting all of our focus into launching Impulse. So yeah, just really bullish all the way around, no matter how you look at it.
Hey, sorry, AJ, give me 15 more seconds. I totally forgot.
Absolutely, go ahead.
We're doing a flash contest on DeFi Debrief for the 500 subscribers. So with this episode that just broke, if you go ahead and like it, and then in the comments put your social name and what platform, like whatever, AJ, Telegram, AJ, Discord, whatever. We're giving away 3 prizes. We're giving away 1 EMP ETH LP to put in the new detonator. We're giving away 50 EMP as another prize and a $25 gift certificate to the EMP merch store as the 3rd prize. So jump on over to DeFi Debrief, like the video, and put your name so we can get a hold of you if you win over there. Totally forgot that. Thanks.
Yeah, no, awesome. Kirk, you're always doing giveaways. Again, don't get scammed. We'll always talk about the giveaways through our actual socials. And again, we never ask you to connect your wallet or sign up for airdrops. These are legit giveaways. And Kirk is notorious for giving awesome giveaways, man. Again, that's all out of his hard-earned share. Again, has nothing to do with team allocation or anything else. That's just out of the goodness of his heart. So definitely go show Kirk some love. Go again, please. All you have to do is subscribe. It's that simple. So, and it really is amazing. I mean, if you don't have the time to watch all these AMAs or listen to an hour a day, Kirk does an amazing job within 5 to 10 minutes of debriefing us on again the entire week major events within EMP ecosystem. So really, it's not only it benefits you by doing it. So do it. All right, awesome. Bull, any other last minute questions, comments, concerns? Anybody? Again, we feel like this is only going to increase the sustainability of Detonator. We will again put out an announcement as soon as the contract has been migrated and we are ready to roll. And then the next few weeks will be a minute for us to breathe. Jesus, we have been developing at breakneck speeds. We're going to let the rest of this week kind of play out. Again, let the ecosystem function as it was designed. And then next week, we'll start talking about what's on the roadmap that we'll be implementing next. So I know a lot of you have been asking about
AJ.
Yeah. Hey, there he is. Jesse, what's up, bro?
My brother, what's going on? Yo, I'm fucking super excited. Win it now, larger snipers, multiple winners, everybody daily burst going up. I don't know how everybody got to be super, super excited. Man, shout out to you. Shout out to the whole army, man. Everybody put work in on this, man. Super appreciate you. If people don't understand it, just know that it's super better. It's you're going to be super happy when you see the daily burst climbing. As time goes on, everybody will understand it better. Everything about this is super, super, super bullish.
I love it, Jesse. Always bring the hype, man. And absolutely, bro. This is something we've been working on behind the scenes for a while now. And I know, again, the Army had a ton of input. I know you were excited about it as well. And now we're finally able to bring it to life. So, for sure, man.
Oh man, I mean, it's just how could it get better? And then it does. I mean, I was already super impressed when I understood, the way that the detonator was made. And I mean, when you say, damn, how could it get better? And then you make it better. So, I mean, I'm taken back, man. I'm super happy to be here. It's the greatest thing I ever discovered on the fucking internet. I appreciate you. Much love, man. I mean, a lot of people don't understand, like you say all the time, man, if this is your first project, man, how lucky are we? So, I fall into that category. This is my first project. So I appreciate you, man. So much love to you, what you're doing for everybody, man. If everybody doesn't understand it, I do. And shout out to you, man. Shout out to the Select 6. Let's try to make this Select 6 to go to the Select 6,000.
Hell yeah, Jesse. No doubt, bro. And that is financial advice. Right on, bro. Awesome. So yeah, man, and it's true, bro. It's amazing the community that we built here. Those of you that saw the AMA today on Splinterlands, I talked a lot about community, how amazing our emperors and empresses are here. I was at dinner last night and I ran into an emperor, an EMP investor, said, hey, I know this is going to sound weird, but are you AJ? So shout out to Brian, man. Was just unbelievable. I get recognized a lot in my hometown. I'm a bit of a local celebrity with my real world businesses, but never in a million years would I think I ran into somebody at Disney that knows who I am. So that was pretty humbling, and it just shows the reach that crypto has. This is a global product, a global community. I mean, I'm just so honored every single day to be able to share all of this with all of you. Again, I think that we're poised to scale tremendously, and we're just going to continue to implement things that help us scale. So really, really exciting times. But Hot Llama, are you there? I think Hot Llama's up next.
Yeah. Hey, AJ, how are you, man?
Good,
I
brother.
hope
How
you're
are
having a
you?
good time. Yeah, man. I hope you're having a good time at Disney. Well, you're about to kick off a good time at Disney.
Yes, brother,
And
no
really
doubt.
appreciate you. We're kindred spirits, man. You joined the AMA for a bathroom and me compounded from my hospital bed. But
Yes, brother.
love the commitment, my friend. And I got to say, man, thanks so much to the big brain motherfuckers behind this and the Army and the congratulations to all the dev. And man, I'm sure you guys put so many hours into this. Amazing. It's mind blowing to me. Absolutely mind blowing. And, love it. Love this project since I've been in. I try to be here as much as I can because I don't want to miss nothing. And you guys keep piling it on. It's ridiculous. But thanks so much for all the work you put into this. And thank your family for letting you go for a little bit to join us today. But I did have one quick question.
Yes, brother, absolutely.
And it might be, I think I figured it out, but I'm going to ask the question anyway because there might be others listening that have the same question. So when I first read the white paper, I thought when it said the 300 LP is a minimum payout, for some reason in my mind, I read it as a 300 LP minimum to be even considered for the top prize for deposit. And then when we were going through the scenarios, I noticed that, you don't actually have to, put in 300 LP. That's not a minimum requirement. You could theoretically get the biggest deposit with 150 LP and still win 300 LP, which kind of goes against the reasoning of, kind of goes a little bit against the logic of, a low deposit as a winning gets a bigger prize. But with the game theory and all that, I doubt it would ever happen. But I just wanted to because others might have been thinking the same thing, so I just want to put out there and get some clarity on that.
For sure, Halama. No, that's a great point, bro. And it's something that we talked about a lot internally. We still wanted to have, that margin of error, so to speak, where somebody could potentially, again, get an amazing deal by having the minimum, but still being lower than that minimum as the largest depositor. It is, again, a way. It's what hurts the contract the most, but we gotta have some of that still there because again, it is part of the game theory, meaning even a bunch of little snipes, and that's kind of what I think we're gonna see if we ever get in that situation where it'll still be a lot of miniature snipes going to that windfall, so to speak. And by doing that, it will push the pool balance or the cumulative amount over the minimum anyway. So it is again there still has to be some of that luck, and randomness. So we did feel it was important to still have a minimum. But again, I mean, as the pool balance grows, and that's another thing too. I mean, we may eventually see the pool balance stop growing at a speed that we've seen, and that's okay. I mean, again, as long as the pool balance is maintaining, or even if it starts going down, it's about cycles, just like PEG. We'll be able to recover from the pool balance going down through other mechanisms. I mean, we have the multiplier that we haven't even touched, and other contracts rely, solely on the multiplier to be even a thing. So, I mean, that is again just another incredibly bullish mechanism or safety net, so to speak, that we have not even had to touch in 6 months. So, Yeah. Does that help, Hot Llama? I hope that answers.
Yeah, it does. And I just, like, I knew you guys came at it from every angle. I just always know you do, which is why I trust you guys so much. I mean, you really do think it through from every single angle, and you made it like you don't take the fun out of anybody. You don't take the fairness out of anybody. You just keep on thinking about how we all win. And I got to tell you, I cannot wait to see this thing and see where it goes. That's the most exciting part. Is let's see what happens next. So thanks so much, AJ. Enjoy your vacation with your family. Thanks everybody to the community and all the emperors here and everybody behind the scenes slaving every day. I'm sure to make this great for everybody. So thank you.
Amazing, brother. Yes, thank you, Hot Llama. Again, that really means a lot to me. I do it because I love it, not because I have to. I do it because, again, I want to. And shout out to my wife. She's the real hero, putting up with all this shit and my craziness, yelling at the computer every day. Yeah, so, yes. Awesome, man. All right, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Bull. Awesome, man. So we are in the middle again of migrating right now. We think. I don't know. Jake is like in the middle of it. We may end up doing a redirect. If you do try to interact with the contract, it'll just fail. So again, just those that aren't on these calls and don't know what to do, or somebody comes in Telegram and says what's wrong with Detonator, make sure you let them know. But again, hopefully, this migration could take a lot less time. That it wasn't worth building in a whole nother UI, a redirect page. But he's already about 1/3 of the way through, so it could happen a lot sooner than later. Just be patient, and nothing is at risk at the moment. So, all right, Bull. Any other questions, comments?
No, it's just all hands on deck, like AJ said. There will inevitably be people coming in, worried about Detonator and their deposits. Just give them the info. The migration to V2 is in progress and should be done shortly. And after that, just get ready for fireworks because when I'm just waiting for that video to drop because I think a lot of people are going to be like, holy shit. But just be helpful in the meantime here when, during the migration. And I'm sure there's going to be new people coming in the next few days as well to check out Detonator. So, everybody just keep doing what you're doing. We're growing this at an amazing rate. And sometimes it doesn't seem like it's going fast enough. But keeping in mind, we're just early pioneers here, planting our flags, building our kingdoms. And at some point, we're going to get to that where our farms are just you're going to look and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, when did it get so amazingly large? And, my friend list is really blown up and I just know so much more. And I think there's going to be such a sense of satisfaction. Kind of when you hit that 6-month mark. I know that's how I'm kind of feeling right now. And this how should I say, social project, if you will, is about 202 days in or something. And I look at it and just think, oh my gosh, look at what has happened here in such a short time. And what is the next 6 months going to look like? And what new pieces of the puzzle are going to be put into place? What new, big brain MFers are going to come into this community? And, big hearts and big hands too. It's everybody adding to, the pot here, so to speak. It's, this is the great crypto melting pot, if you will, where great ideas are taken and put together and stirred up, and these guys bake it up and pour something out that's amazing. And the interaction in the community here, it really couldn't be any better. Everybody's so positive, and we push through the FUD together. And it is disappointing at times when we lose PEG, but just look at how amazing that we do hold when so many projects are just so uncertain, and we see kind of rug pull after rug pull. But we know that when we're in this project here together, we can go to sleep, not worrying, wake up, and you know that it's still going to be there when you click that EMP.Money site, and like, yep, you know that it's going to be there, and you're going to look at your wallet and you're going to be like, hell yeah, this is really growing. This is all the boxes are checked, so to speak, and I think everybody has that real, just like Lamo was talking about, that sense of anticipation of what's next and what can what is the team going to add. And I would just always encourage everybody else to, instead of waiting for other people to do anything, you're here now. You're in an amazing position because DeFi, which is really, like AJ says, it's the cutting edge of crypto. You have so much knowledge and so much experience that you probably don't even realize that you're so much more advanced than the 99.999% of crypto, and what you can do with that if you reach out to those people that that are in love with the Jerry coins like Cardano or Bitcoin, what you can do to reach out to those communities in a really constructive, professional way to bring people in here and grow your business. I think you might be surprised at what you can accomplish, but the first part of that is taking that initial step of believing in yourself and taking all that time that you've spent here and kind of putting it into a package and figuring out how to present it to people. And but don't sit on your hands and wait for other people to do it. Just remember when you.
Amazing, Bull. Man, that's another mic drop moment by Bull. And it's amazing, man, and that's so true. I mean, we saw another rug pull today, actually, by one of the devs of a pretty well-known project, Avarice. I mean, we run a set the standard here, and I think that we've done nothing but prove that over the last 6 months. And even moving forward, you said something else, Bull, that resonates really well. Those that maybe aren't used to the DeFi scene, I mean, the 6 months to a year is kind of the metric. If a project in DeFi can make it past 6 months to a year, chances are it's going to be around for a very, very long time. So that is our next metric. We think that we can get there. We've had nothing but growth, absolute sustainable growth for the last 6 months since we launched. There's really no end in sight, and we can see it happen for another 6 months, let alone just surviving for the first year. We are thriving in our first year. So that should again be another testament to our solid economics, our amazing team, and our amazing community above all else. So, all right, on that note, I'm going to go have a cocktail by the pool with my son and the cousins. We're going to enjoy it here at Disney. Again, if any of you are at Disney, would love to say hello. We are working on in-person EMP conference. I think the end of this year, maybe a little bit too soon, but definitely next year. And Disney or Orlando, Florida is high up on that list. We could do a EMP takes over Disney. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, appreciate all of you. Thanks to those of you that stuck around to the very, very end. We had the highest number of engagement today to date. A lot of new Splinterlands players have joined us. So please make sure you're welcoming them with open arms. And we will continue to grow both of our ecosystems together. And Splinterlands, you've not heard the last of them. I hope you get used to hearing that name, because there's a lot of really exciting stuff in store for both of us. So, all right, I think that's going to do it. Again, Detonator UI migration is going underway right now. That will happen hopefully for the next 2 to 3 hours, if not sooner. And then we will be ready to go with the new upgrades. And then we also have a video releasing before the rollover tomorrow of our I know, yeah, bro. I know, Bull. I'm excited, man. So keep an eye out for that. We'll give you plenty of time, and we're gonna set it as a premiere, so we can all watch it together and get super hyped about it. So, all right, we'll see you all soon. Good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.